Hello all YouTubers, the Weather Dude here with your weather forecast for your exact location. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thank you all for tuning back in to my presentation for March 12, 2019. In today's video, we're going to be talking about major Winter Storm Ulmer and how it could be a bombogenesis. I will talk about what that is later in the video. Please try and watch the whole video because I'm going to be talking about many sides and many aspects of the storm. The rain, the snow, the severe weather, and the ice. 4 major factors. And if you want to add another factor, the wind. There you go. 5 major factors in this storm. So please stay tuned through the whole video. As always, please consider subscribing, ringing the bell notifications, never miss one of my videos again, and ring the bell. And also, I'm leaving a link to my previous video below in the description, which is about the 2019 Atlantic hurricane season outlook. Number 1 is a very early outlook. If you have not seen that yet, please go and watch it after this video. It is really important and you need to know it, especially if you live along the coast. So this is the convective outlook. We're going to talk about the severe aspect of the storm first. And what you do notice is that we are in an area of marginal, if you're in that dark shade of green right here. Okay. And the cities and towns that are in that path are San Antonio, Texas, Dallas, Texas, Austin, Texas, Fort Worth, Texas, and Albuquerque, New Mexico. Okay. Over 11.5 million people are under a marginal threat of severe weather. That's over almost 122,000 square miles. So that's not bad area coverage. Now, you could say the good news about this is the area where the severe weather is hitting, at least for tonight, it's not too populated. If you look at the population, like a lot of the populations like around big cities like Chicago, Detroit, the Eastern Seaboard, okay, the Southeast, Florida, okay, even Los Angeles. Okay, not really too big of a population level. You can see not really too much in the way of black spots. The more black there is on the map, the more population there is, as you can see along the Eastern Seaboard. So luckily, the area of population is not too big, but still, okay, it's still going to be a bad severe weather threat. And I will get to what marginal, slight, and enhanced risk, what they all mean. And we also have Amarillo, Texas, Killeen, Texas, Wichita Falls, Texas, Cedar Park, Texas, and Roswell, New Mexico. Roswell, New Mexico, if you don't know where the UFO was, Roswell, New Mexico. So they're in an area of slight, which is one worse. Okay, that's where you see more in the way of hail, wind, and even some flooding. And we have one more. We have another upgrade. Okay, enhanced. Okay, this is really bad. Slight and enhanced are really bad, but moderate and high are worse. Okay, if you are enhanced, okay, we could have severe winds, very large hail, like above an inch, like 2 inches, even 3 inches of hail. We're talking about Lubbock, Texas, Abilene, Texas, Midland, Texas, Odessa, Texas, and San Angelo, Texas. So if you were in any of these areas, whether it be from marginal to enhanced, please be careful. A total of more than 16 million people are going to be affected by the severe weather threat. And even some rain and thunderstorms extend all the way up into Iowa. Although it's not going to be any kind of severe weather threat, but there still will be rain and thunderstorms. Okay, so over 16 million people affected by severe weather. And also, the square mileage is going to be really bad as well. Okay, we're talking about almost 300,000 square miles of severe coverage. So, picture this map for a minute. Okay, if you were in that area of thunderstorms, no label, okay? Let's zoom in a little bit. Okay, no severe storms expected. However, lightning and flooding exists with all thunderstorms. Okay, I'm going to show you the radar because this radar looks very serious. Like, we're talking about like reds and pinks and purples on the radar, which is the worst it can get. Okay, pinks and purples are the worst you can get. And actually, there is worse. There actually is blacks. Luckily, there's not blacks on the radar. That is very, very bad. So if you're in marginal, limited in duration and coverage or intensity, but there still could be an isolated severe storm. Okay, again, if you forgot already, marginal is that area of dark green you were in. Okay, if you're in slight, scattered severe storms possible. So the storms are a little bit more widespread. Okay, short-lived, not widespread, but intense storms are possible. They'll be scattered as opposed to isolated. If you are in enhanced, okay, so slight is that yellow. If you're in an orange area, which is enhanced, you have those numerous severe storms possible. Okay, a few of them will be very intense. They're more persistent and widespread. And here's a little label down here. The National Weather Service defines a severe thunderstorm as measured wind gusts of at least 58 miles an hour. So not sustained winds, but wind gusts of 58 miles an hour or more. And or hail with at least 1 inch in diameter and or a tornado. All thunderstorm categories imply lightning and potential flooding. Okay. And it will be within 25 miles of your location. So you can see an example of enhanced is the hail going into the car's windshield. You can see some pictures of the severe weather. Now we're gonna continue our severe weather coverage, and soon we're gonna flip over to the ice and snow coverage, and we're gonna kind of look at the radar because this is gonna be very serious. NAM 3KM model shows that if you can see the line right here, we do see some scattered reds and purples. It is a squall line, it is a bow echo. This is nothing to joke around about. Like, if I know there is a tornado watch, and I do have the tornado watch pulled up on a later slide. Tornado watch basically covers this area right here, southeastern Mexico, right around El Paso, and including most of western Texas. Okay, but look at the line. Look how bad it gets. Okay, this is a very dangerous line. It's going to continue to strengthen overnight. Okay, even though there's no daytime heating. But once it heads into eastern Texas, it will weaken. But you can continue to see, look at this line. This is very serious. Okay, you don't see too many pinks. You don't see too many purples. They are there, though. Okay, you still see some reds. Okay, and then we'll show you rainfall totals as well. Here's hour 13. This is like 3 o'clock in the morning, 4 o'clock in the morning on Wednesday. You can see the line of storms continue to make its move across central Texas now. But notice once it heads in, getting ready to head towards Dallas, luckily for them, it's going to start to weaken. Okay, but however, it's going to spread out a little bit. It's a line, so it's going to be very quick, but the impacts will be very, very severe. Okay, it's going to leave as quick as it came in. But you can see still some reds, and then once it heads toward Dallas, it's kind of weakened. So we still have some yellows and oranges. Okay, now for radar, it's still heavy rain. But we also got a little backside to it, a few cells hooked up with a line there, a little backside to it. Okay, but meanwhile, look at the snowy side. Okay, here's the low pressure, the storm center. This is what I call a snow-a-cane or a storm-a-cane, or basically a hurricane on land. Landy-cane, whatever you want to call it. We have, if you know at least some weather, you know that the northeastern quadrant of a storm center of a hurricane is the worst part of the hurricane. Well, this storm is basically like a hurricane. It has the winds of millibars. This storm is the strength of a hurricane. Okay, even in the blizzard areas, we're going to have winds of 70 plus miles an hour, wind gusts. Okay, but look at this, like, excessive wraparound. Okay, actually, I disagree with that storm center. You can see the little circle of the storm center is actually right here. We got a little piece to the north and east, another larger piece to the north and east. And we also got a nice severe wraparound on the back side. Okay, so this is a good term for this would be called hurricane on land. Notice the line that I was talking about earlier. Where does it go? Where'd it go? All gone. Don't worry, it's not gone. It's going to refire. Watch this right around. You can see. So I think Thursday morning we're going to see like these little individual spotty supercells of red and orange on the radar. Okay, but eventually once we get into that daytime heating of the day, there we go. That line's going to refire. 21Z is basically the warmest part of the day. You can see there's that line of severe thunderstorms pushing on through. Okay, I'm going to show you the NAM 3KM, the rainfall totals, and also the HRR model, and we will flip over to the snowy side, and the icy side, and the windy side. So, 60-hour rainfall. You see across a lot of the area it's an inch or two. Okay, mostly an inch, but a couple areas in northeastern Louisiana, western Mississippi is 2 inches. This is where people misunderstand the weather. They're like, oh, okay, maybe an inch, 0.75 inches, that's not too bad. But I was looking at this earlier, okay? Notice the advancement of the precipitation. Okay, see how like that 0.75 inch line, that 1 inch line, see how it's right here? But watch in just a couple hours, it moves so quickly here, okay? And then it moves here. So you kind of see the pattern, how quick it's moving to the east. Okay, if you've watched me for a while, you kind of see where I'm getting at. Okay, here comes the line. It's going to start to break up a little bit as that line breaks up, that inch line. It's just the inch of rain is going to fall in such a short period of time. I cannot stress this enough. The rain will fall, like, we're talking about like the inch of rain falling in like literally like minutes. Like we're talking about like a half hour, a little more or less than that. Okay, inch of rain in 30 minutes. Okay, so that's basically saying a rainfall rate of 2 inches an hour. Although it's not going to be falling, the duration probably won't last any longer than an hour. Okay, and there will actually be a zone. Okay, could you imagine 1 inch is falling in minutes? Well, guess what? Imagine 2 inches falling in just minutes. Okay, we're talking about northeastern Louisiana, the corner of northeastern Louisiana, and also western Mississippi. Okay, an inch of falling in 30 minutes. Okay, well, 2 inches in 30 minutes is not any better. In fact, it's worse. Okay, 2 inches in 30 minutes to 45 minutes. It's like saying 3 to 4 inches of rain in an hour. Per hour, you could say, is the rate. So this is absolutely ridiculous. Okay, we're going to have rainfall rates of a couple inches an hour in some spots. Okay, 70 mile an hour plus wind gust. And actually, in western Texas, especially in those desert areas, on Wednesday, and I will show you this later on in the video, winds could gust at over 100 miles an hour on Wednesday behind the storm system. This is a very weird storm. Okay, my next model I would like to show you is the HRR model, high resolution model. Okay, luckily the latest 22Z run just came out. Oh no, 23Z has just come out, which is cool. Okay, so as we see here, okay, the line is still here. Okay, it's a little broken up. It's not the most organized line in the world. Okay, but it's still there. You notice it. Okay, and the NAV3 cams show some spotty pinks, but you can start to see the pinks more clearly on the high resolution model. I actually think the NAV3 cams model radar looks better than this, but you know, it's your opinion. Okay, but you can still see it's a very accurate radar compared to like radars like GFS, or still called radar MSLP. But you can see there's that line still going strong. Okay, it only goes out 18 hours. Now they're saying the line's gonna last through Dallas and then start the weekend after it strikes Dallas. Okay, if the line's still strong when it hits Dallas, okay, the number of people affected by severe weather might go up from 16 million to 19 million because more people are going to be affected by more severe weather. Okay, and again, this looks like a classic hurricane. Okay, you got a nice little wrap around of light precipitation. You got that northeastern quadrant and more snow and rain on the backside. This is a classic hurricane on land, people. Okay, you can see as the storm continues to pull away, this is as far as it goes. So the line is going to weaken into just some rain and thunderstorms and then re-strengthen right in this area. Okay, so rainfall in the next 18 hours, not going to be much, but then again, it's the rate that it's falling at, how quickly it falls. Okay, these areas of lightest shade of blue have the potential to pick up 1.5 to 2 inches in just minutes. Okay, at most an hour. Okay, but basically in just minutes. Okay, now we're going to flip over to the snow and the ice aspect of the storm. And I will briefly go over the winds. Okay, so as I've seen the latest run of the GFS model, the snowfall totals actually kind of went down a little bit. Okay, before they were talking like 2 feet in some spots. Okay, look at the previous run. We had a couple little areas picking up 2 feet. Okay, now if you're talking about the area like South Dakota, okay, yes, you could sort of say they kind of upgraded a little bit, but overall, I think the snowfall totals kind of went down just a little bit. Okay, so here's your area of 6 inches plus. Okay, right in that pink area, it's pretty big. Okay, there is your foot plus. Okay, and it's still little areas in the mountains of Colorado with 2 feet plus. I think a good snowfall total, okay, in the teal area, southeastern North Dakota, all the way down to the mountain ranges of Colorado is a good 12 to 18 inches, I think, for you. Okay, that's the best way. That is the best accumulation that suits you the best. Okay, so let's go over your timing, your totals. Well, the totals we just went over, but the timing. Okay, look how it comes in. Wednesday, mid-morning, afternoon. And the ice is going to be really severe. I'm going to show you the NAM's ice totals, and you're going to be really shocked. So here we go. Thursday morning, a heavy snow moving through Nebraska. And this is going to last all the way through Friday morning. I think Friday morning, maybe Thursday night into Friday morning, the storm is going to pull out. CMC, gem model. Here is your total snowfall. Okay, again, a good 12 to 18 inches, probably a good foot in southeastern North Dakota. That foot line kind of breaks up a little bit, and then 12 to 18 inches in this zone right here. Mountain ranges of Colorado. Okay, picking up a good 12 to 18 inches. I know people have been questioning, okay, there's this little zone in western South Dakota that always gets more snow. Yes, it's a very hilly, mountainous area in western South Dakota. It's actually a lot of mountains there. Okay, so if we look at the CMC, if we look at their MSLP again, their MSLP is like GFS. It's not the best. Okay, CMC is actually a little bit better, but okay, they're not the best. So I'd rather really have radar, but still, look at this. Even some dark blues for MSLP, that's pretty good. They always go under, okay, because MSLP is not real radar. Again, haven't I told you this in other videos? Okay, if you're closer to the area of heavier rain, you're getting that warmer air. The more moisture in the air, those flakes are going to be bigger. That's your area of heavier snow. Okay, you want to get as close to the area of rain as possible without running into ice, without running into rain. Because if you run into ice and rain, your snowfall totals are going to go down the sewers. Okay, especially if it turns to rain. Now we're talking about the wind aspect a little bit, especially in Texas. Okay, tornado watch again. Few tornadoes expected. Okay, large hail to 2 to 3 inches and wind gusts up to 70 miles an hour. And that's nothing because the winds could be stronger than that behind the storm. If a warning is issued, seek shelter indoors in a sturdy building or away from windows. Okay, have multiple ways to receive warnings. Okay, do me a favor. Okay, and do yourself a favor. And no, I'm not going to say ring the bell notifications and subscribe. I mean, please do that. But I know I usually say that as my slogan. But please do yourself a favor. Do me a favor. Even if it's not a tornado warning, even if it's just a severe thunderstorm warning, please take cover. Okay, it does not matter. I don't get severe weather much, but when I do, and when I'm a severe thunderstorm warning, I go to the basement. Okay, I'm very protective. So, enhanced risk, like I told you earlier. Okay, outside of that, okay, Dessa Midland is in that enhanced, Alpine's in that slight, and Presidio is in that area of marginal risk. Okay, again, high wind warnings, sustained 35 to 50 miles an hour, wind gusts up to 80 miles an hour, severe aircraft turbulence. And look at the wind gusts. Okay, wind speeds. Pine Springs. Oops, sorry, that is the wrong one. That's the highlighter. Pine Springs, 71 mile an hour sustained winds. And wind gusts there could be 105. Okay, so basically sustained winds, that's like borderline hurricane. And wind gusts will be category 2 force hurricane winds. Okay, much of the area, okay, are going to have winds of tropical storm force, with some areas picking up hurricane force winds. We're going to flip over to the NAM 3KI model. Okay, and I'm going to flip over to the north central United States. I'm going to show you 10 meter winds. Okay, 10 meter wind gusts are provided on weathermodels.com. On the Euro models, which are kind of old because, again, they only show me 2 days and older. So, I don't know why it's been acting very funky. So, these are sustained winds. These are not wind gusts. Okay, and if we zoom the clock forward to when the storm is starting, okay, here's the low pressure system, okay, and even some sustained winds, okay, and I'm going to pull up a little tab of knots to miles an hour so you can see the conversion, knots to miles per hour, okay, anywhere you see like this yellowish color, greenish yellowish color, that's like you're between 28 and 32 knots, okay, these are measured in knots, these are not measured in miles per hour. Okay, this includes Kansas, much of central southern Kansas, and the Oklahoma Panhandle. Okay, so winds between 32 miles an hour and 36 miles an hour. For sustained winds, that's pretty severe. In that orangish color, northern Panhandle of Texas, okay, we're talking about potentially 36 knots of sustained winds. Okay, 40 miles an hour plus sustained. So blizzard conditions if it were to snow down there. But watch this, it only gets worse. Okay, as the storm moves to the east, there's going to be a little batch of 36 to 40 mile an hour sustained winds in knots. As the storm pulls to the north and east, so will that area of 36 to 40 knot winds. Okay, if you can put it like that. So again, winds in that zone in western Nebraska could be between 41 miles an hour and 46 miles an hour sustained. I think sustained winds at the highest will be 45 miles an hour. Okay, but widespread areas, okay, widespread areas of winds at least 25 miles an hour sustained for a very long period of time. Okay, so that is your wind aspect. Now we're going to talk about the ice aspect of the storm. Okay, and then it will be over. So, southeastern North Dakota, this is the GFS model. Okay, widespread areas in southeastern South Dakota. I mean, it's not widespread, but we're talking about a ½ inch plus of ice. Okay, at least a good quarter inch across this whole area, with a few areas picking up 0.5 inches, 0.6 inches, even 3/4 of an inch. Okay, I really don't see 3/4 of an inch on here, but I think a good ½ inch plus is expected. Okay, but really, like, inches upon inches upon inches, not at all. Okay, Northeastern South Dakota. Okay, NAM kind of goes over sometimes, so a lot of spots pick up at least an inch of ice. Don't think so, but I think there could be a few spot areas because the ice threat could be pretty severe. Okay, if we retrace our steps back to NAM 3KM model, real quick, we hit the radar. Okay, I could see where the NAM. Now that's based off NAM 12KM's ice outlook. NAM 3KM is much more accurate. But I can see where they're getting that ice forecast from, okay? I mean, just look at how much freezing rain and sleet they're talking about. So watch as the storm comes up from the south, and as it moves forward, look at this area of heavy sleet and freezing rain. Okay? So I could sort of see where they're getting that from, but to have up to 2 inches of ice, I don't think that's really going to be expected. Okay, why are they saying Northeastern South Dakota is going to get above 2 inches of ice, potentially? Is because focusing on this area right here, okay? Right there. The ice is going to kind of stall. Notice how it kind of stalls, and then we get another round of ice and snow before it pulls away. So they're saying inches upon inches. I do not think so at all, but it is possible. GTPS model is another low resolution model. Okay, very junky, but still 1/4 of an inch Northeastern South Dakota. Maybe just a hint up to 1/10 of an inch elsewhere. So that is all for today's video. I hope you enjoyed. Please be careful out there during Winter Storm Ulmer. As always, please subscribe, ring the bell notifications. Do yourself a favor, do me a favor. Okay? I am the Weather Dude, signing off. Till next time. Don't forget to watch my previous video on the 2019 Atlantic Hurricane Season Outlook. I am leaving the link in the description below.